Zelda dungeons can be hard. No offense, but they can be really hard. There are some easy ones, like, for example, like inside the Deku Tree. That's one easy dungeon, right? Of course. But some of the things to the dungeons is that the most things that can make it hard is like the puzzles in it, the bosses. Maybe some mini bosses are really hard too. Or that you just go wandering around for 8 hours, or backtracking like the water temple, for instance. Yeah, people gotta hate that. The thing with the dungeons is I hate backtracking. It's one of the toughest things I have to do, and I hate it really much. And some of the bosses are even hard as well. But some of the things in this video that I'm making here, guys, is my opinion. This is my top 10 most hated dungeons. And I am glad to show you this, guys. Now, guys, this is my opinion. I know that some of this I will probably get so much hate for, but let's carry on, shall we? Let's start this video. Coming down on my number 10 list is none other than the Shadow Temple from Ocarina of Time. Yes, guys, the Shadow Temple is number 10 on my list. And the reason why is that it's hard for me to remember because it's been a long time since I played Ocarina of Time. I mean, come on, the Shadow Temple, the one thing I hate about it is that the music is really, really creepy, and the whole entire time I was going through it, I was just getting freaked out, thinking I thought something was going to jump on me. The boats, however, were really creepy. I didn't like them, in one truth. But I think, if I remember correctly, there was so much backtracking, I believe, in this. Like, I remember that I ended up skipping so many treasure chests, and with me being this girl that really loves her games and loves treasure chests, I had to backtrack so many times just to get those treasure chests. And believe me, guys, it was hateful to do. I hated it. It was the one thing I couldn't stand doing. I just wish that I could remember what else I hated about this. But come on, you gotta love the boss, right? Bongo Bongo is one of my second favorite boss fight in the Ocarina of Time series, and the Legend of Zelda series. And trust me, there will be a list on that too of my top 10 favorite bosses in the Legend of Zelda. But this is my top 10 hated dungeons ever. So yeah, number 10 is the Shadow Temple from Ocarina of Time. Number 9 on my list is the Tower of Gods from Wind Waker. Now, guys, the Tower of Gods is like, what do I say? How do I put this? Hard! The stupidest. I hate it. There was so much backtracking, so much stuff to do, and plus with the water level going down and back up drove me insane. I hated it, and it was just one of the stupidest things on earth. Along with hidden treasures that you have to use the bomb. But the thing is, with hidden walls having broken stuff in it, the thing is you had to time as fast as you could before the water level could go down. And the thing is, it was a good thing that the king of Red Lions was there. But the thing is, I just couldn't stand the water level going down and going up. It was like a maze, and I hated going backtracking from one level to another. But you gotta admit, there was a cool boss at the end of it. Okay, so my number 8 is the Temple of the Ocean King. I couldn't find just the theme music to this, but I had to find somebody to play it. Now, guys, the one thing I hate about this is that you have to start from the very beginning of the main part, and you gotta go off and off and on and on and on until you get to the final part of it. But the thing is, they time you to see how long you last. But the thing is, with the Ocean King, it's just, what do I put it? I hate it. The dungeon is stupid. I hate it, and I hate just the fact of it. How many times am I gonna say hate it? Oh yeah, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. Moving on, shall we? Number 7 on the list is Bottom of the Well. Now, I've played Ocarina of Time once in my life and beaten it. And the thing is, I hate this dungeon. I really do. And the reason why I hate it is because it took me forever for my first try to find the dang lens of truth. Like, seriously. What the heck? The lens of truth was the hardest thing I could find. It was tough, and I just searched everywhere and everywhere until I found it. And it took me 45 minutes just to find the darn lens of truth. And did I mention that the boss in this is really freaking creepy? Like, I hate the fact that I fought that guy. I was freaking out during the whole thing. I just hate this dungeon so much. Moving on, shall we? Next on my list is number 6, Forsaken Fortress. The very first beginning of the Forsaken Fortress, you go on the pirate ship with Tetra, and then just to find your sister. Well, there was the thing with this is the first thing you had to do is you had to figure out a way how to get there without getting caught with the searchlights. Well, Tetra had an idea for that too. Puts you in a barrel, pulls you over, throws you over to the darn Forsaken Fortress, and what happens? You lose your sword the first time around in the Forsaken Fortress, and you had to go around hiding in barrels to keep yourself from getting caught. And if you get caught and thrown in a dungeon, you have to keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it. If you get caught, throw in dungeon. Get caught, throw in dungeon. It's the one thing that I hate the most about this dungeon. And then the second time around, you have to do the same over, but at least you'll have your sword, right? But also, after that, you get to fight the damn bird that threw you across the river, the whole entire ocean. I hate that bird. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? Number 5 on my list is, I'm gonna get some hate for this probably. Or maybe not. The Lake Bed Temple is number 5 on my list. And I have it higher than the other ones because I had to do so much backtracking on this. And it took so long. On my first attempt to go through the Lake Bed Temple, it took me over than 40 minutes to finish it because I kept getting lost. I kept getting to backtrack. And the worst thing is about this dungeon is that on one of the heart pieces, you have them in the easiest things of on earth. Like on top of a chandelier. You think that's hard to find a damn heart piece? I mean, come on, seriously, that's easy. But the thing is, on the thing that I thought was a heart piece, is when you had to go up that darn slime, and then claw shot the thing, and all you get is, you think that you got the heart piece in that thing. No, it turned out to be 50 rubies. My first time I went through this dungeon, I'm like, hey, that's probably a heart piece. And a few hours later, I go up there. Let me rephrase that. A few hours later, I backtrack back to the same room, go up the steps that took 5-10 minutes for me, and after all that time, of 5 or 10 minutes, I found out it was a waste of time for 50 rubies. Seriously, I hate this dungeon so much. Oh yeah, did I mention there's gonna be like 3 dungeons from Twilight Princess that I hate? Here's the second one. The Temple of Time. Sorry guys, just getting over a cold. The Temple of Time is just not my thing. It took me so long to realize that I couldn't find the boss key for over 30 minutes. I didn't know which room it was in. I kept going around in the same rooms, backtracking, trying just to find it, when I realized it was hidden in a really good spot. But the most thing is about this thing is that it's just, you know, you have to use you have to go find Mr. Smashy Smash. Yes, I called him Mr. Smashy Smash. Thank Olazandri. I appreciate that. But the thing is, the only thing that I like about this dungeon is that you get to use Mr. Smashy Smash. And I love the Dominion Rod. But also the best thing about this dungeon that I don't hate about it is the darn mini boss and the boss fight. I mean, come on. Who does not like fighting spiders? But the thing is with this, I hate spiders, but I'm very calm on the boss fight. I just couldn't stand in this dungeon, so it took me 30 minutes just to find the damn boss key. That's why it's number 4 on my list. Moving on, shall we? So, let me get this straight. I hate Jabu Jabu's belly. Hate it. And there's 3 reasons why. You're inside a damn whale that the inside is so disgusting, and you're walking through the ickiness on the ground. Ew, makes me want to barf. 2, you run into Miss Princess Ruto, carry her around, and if you even leave a room, you have to go back to the same area where she is, and she blames you for it. And then 3, you bring her to where she wants the spiritual stone, and all she cares about is that, and then she says, "Oh, I have my precious jewel now. You can take me home now." And then gets captured by a damn octopus, and you have to fight the damn octopus. And then you have to go, after you fight the damn octopus, you have to go around the whole entire place without Princess Ruto, fight the boss fight, and then there she is, getting pissed off again, blaming you for everything that you left her. Woman, you got yourself kidnapped. It's not my fault. And no, I don't want to marry you. I hate you, Princess Ruto, and I hate you, Jabu Jabu's belly. Number 3 on my list is Jabu Jabu's belly. Moving on, shall we? Now, you guys were wondering if this was going to be on the list. Number 2 on my list comes down to the Water Temple from Ocarina of Time. Yes, of course this is on my list. I have beaten Ocarina of Time once in my life, and after I beat it, I said I would never play it again because of one reason. This dungeon, to admit, it's one of the worst dungeons of all. There is so much backtracking, water leveling you had to do from changing the water level, and switching to your iron boots. Main menu, iron boots off. Main menu, iron boots on. Main menu, iron boots off. So much to do. And, for instance, the boss fight, Morpha, is even worse. I can't stand this dungeon. It was one of the hardest dungeons in my whole time I had to deal with. There's so much backtracking and so much issue. It took me 50 minutes to complete the whole dungeon. Like, that's how long it took me. Almost an hour to complete the damn, what do you call it again? Oh yeah, that's right, dungeon. I hate this dungeon completely to my life. But it's only number 2 on my list. I wonder what number 1 is going to be. Let's find out, shall we? So guys, before we get to our main number 1 spot in my top most hated dungeons in Legend of Zelda, let's go through with what we got here, shall we? Number 10, the Shadow Temple. Number 9, Tower of the Gods. Number 8, Temple of the Ocean King. Number 7, Bottom of the Well. 6, Forsaken Fortress. 5, Lakebed Temple. 4, Temple of Time. 3, Jabu Jabu's Belly. 2, the Water Temple. And then, when we get to number 1, hopefully you guys won't go off or anything, because number 1 is actually my most dreadful, hated dungeon of all times. If you guys think this is a good video, make sure you like on the video and comment for me. Let me know what your most hated dungeon of all. If it's on my list that you guys hate, let me know in the comments down below. But let's start with the number 1 list. Number 1, shall we? Oh, this isn't even the dungeon thing. Hold on 1 second, guys. Yeah. This is my most hated dungeon in the Legend of Zelda series. From Twilight Princess, Snow Peak Ruins. For only one reason. I hate ice. This dungeon is all about the ice. If you touch one thing with ice on it, you freeze. And with those big giant monsters that blows ice at you, freeze you as well. I don't even want to tell you guys how many times I have actually died with freezing. And the boss fight, hate it too. Because all you have to do is just deal with ice. And the one thing I hate the most in a whole Zelda game is dealing with the ice. Like the water temple, you had icicles falling off the ceiling. And every time you touched them, you freeze into ice. I hate this dungeon. I hate ice. And I even hate the boss fight in it. It's very unusual for me to tell you guys that I hated the boss fight, because in every single other dungeon I told you that I hated, I didn't mind the bosses at all, because the bosses were pretty cool. This is just the only boss I hate in the whole entire game. I love Twilight Princess, I give you that, but this darn dungeon and the boss itself is a completely ridiculous thing. It shouldn't be in the game. I gotta admit, if you guys do appreciate this video, and if you like this Legend of Zelda series, let me know what you guys think of this dungeon. If you guys agree with me on it, if you guys don't, that's fine. Just remember, it's my opinion. And I just can't stand looking at that damn building, but the heart lock was beautiful. And for the other thing I hated the most, is that the damn Yeti wife kept forgetting where the damn frickin' key was. I kept yelling at the damn woman. I'm like, woman, please tell me where the damn key is so I can get out of this dungeon. What do you mean you forgot where it was? And just so you know, I don't care if you're feeling sick. Why don't I just push you off that darn couch? It's just, I just can't stand looking at it no more. I'm going to turn this off now. Alright, and that is my number 1 Snow Peak Ruins. So guys, if you like this video, let me know. And if you did enjoy it, smash that like button and make sure you subscribe. And comment down to let me know what you guys thought of my number 1 most hated dungeon in the Legend of Zelda series. I hope we can see you guys next time. Catch you guys later. Goodbye!